Thank you, Zoom lady. Happy Halloween, Zoom lady. It's okay. Here we are. It is Halloween time, peak spooky season. Yeah. And we got a fun group of us here together tonight to give you, as is tradition on Halloween, a weird fanfic experience. This one will be especially weird. This one is just a crossover sleep deprived extravaganza that it'll become apparent what the crossover is almost immediately. So if you're into it, if you're not, just listen. You know what, just listen. Even if you're not into it, just listen. Because we care about you and want to give you nice content. Okay, so I should say I'm actually going to insert before this. Actually, sorry, I'm going to back up here. My brain is really crazy because of everything happening in my life right now. It's a lot of stuff. So I'm actually going to start probably with intros. It is me. It is Jesse. I do all the things: showrunner, director, producer, voices, Martin, Elliot, all those fun things, all the things. And with me tonight, we have Emily.
Hello, I'm Emily Foulger. I am Cersei and various other individuals.
Yes.
Haha.
And you will also be voicing Nate tonight. Thank you.
Yes.
And we got James here.
Hi, that's me. I'm James. I play Rachel and other stuff.
Yeah. Naomi's here.
Hello, my name is Naomi and I play Liza.
Cool. And then there is Meg.
Hi, my name's Meg. I play little baby Benji.
So sweet. Love him. And that goes for Meg and Benji. Then we've got Toan here.
Hi, I'm Toan Nguyen. I'm the voice of Algernon Graham and Clay Carter, and tonight I will be playing the role of Delia.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see how that happens.
And I think that is technically the first time I've gotten the name right.
Delilah.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. It just, at this point, it's just it's not even just you. I just don't think Algie is fully knows Delia's name.
It's fully accurate.
Yeah. It's like, God, it's like you think Algie would trouble himself to learn the name of a woman he doesn't have a relationship with? Okay.
Oof. Big oof.
Yeah.
But anyway. it's the lowercase r relationship. It's any kind of
it's the lowercase. Yeah, I don't know if he could do as established. I don't think he's ready for the big R. Anyway, probably should finish up. Dio is also here. Yeah.
Well, listener beware, you're in for a scare. It's me, Dio. I'm playing Frank and our special crossover friend tonight. Hello.
Yeah. Is so good. And this will be really fun because as Dio put it, with voicing this character, he will bring things full circle, and we can elaborate more on that maybe after.
I just want to quickly comment on how Jess, your arrangement, decided to create the trouble corner with me, Meg, and Dio.
You're not wrong.
All the way in the bottom.
This is about to be a debacle.
This is the corner for the boys.
The boys.
The boys.
All right. So I think one quick thing I will say, I'll probably insert this right about here, but there's actually a little bonus bit that we've got. David unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, but he wanted to be involved so badly that he and I recorded a cute little baby skit like a week or so before this that is basically I think we've discussed this in the past, maybe on like a Wildly Abandoned or something, but we randomly got into a conversation in our chat once about like the concept of Elliot giving medical exams to the various members of Heinous Investigations.
Yeah.
So well.
I was bored one day and I wrote like that between Carlton and Elliot on like a whim.
Oh my God, yes,
David and I recorded that because, well, it's not necessarily spooky themed. There's some fears involved. So
I mean, I feel like going to the doctor is pretty spooky.
Truth.
Pretty terrifying.
I keep an apple on me at all times.
100%.
They're just like a vampire.
Yeah,
the power of apples compels you. All right. Awesome. So yeah, I guess I will be putting that right here, right now. Carlton sits grumpily in a small office in Martin's house that is currently being used as a medical exam room. Elliot stands nearby holding a clipboard.
So, kid, how are we doing this? You gonna ask me to turn my head and cough or something?
I thought that we could possibly save that for another examination. Unless you're concerned about it.
Nope. I am good. Let's just get this over with.
Well, Mr. Carlton, yearly medical exams are nothing to sneeze at, pun intended. But unless you have any pressing concerns about your physical or mental health, I guarantee that I won't take up too much of your time. A few very standard medical exams later. All right then, Mr. Carlton, I have to say that on a superficial level, you are a picture of health.
Yeah, I know. Can I go now?
Well, I did say you were healthy on a superficial level, just to be sure that there aren't any latent internal medical issues. I'd like to perform a basic blood test.
What?
Oh, not to worry. It's an incredibly simple procedure.
Elliot retrieves a syringe, vial, and other pertinent materials from a medical case nearby, the last of which is a sterilized needle. Carlton's face fixates on it as gaze fixates on it as Elliot continues to speak.
I'll just draw a small amount of blood.
But I thought you didn't like blood and gore and all that stuff. Aren't you a pansy? I mean, a pacifist?
I'm also a trained, several times over, I might add, medical professional. I only mind blood, viscera, etc. when they come from less than medical sources.
Elliot approaches with the needle. Carlton starts to fidget in his chair.
Hey, you know what? I just remembered. Marty needs me to do something important with paperwork for a case. Right this second, actually. Can we pick this up later?
I thought that Mr. Henriksen had cleared today's schedule for the purpose of conducting these examinations. Mr. Carlton, is there something troubling you?
Fine, kid. You're the one who looks all confused. I thought you were supposed to be good at this doctor thing.
I'd like to think that I am, thank you. And since you're feeling so confident, why don't we finish this test so you can carry on with your day?
Yeah, fine by me.
Elliot starts the whole blood test thing, sterilization, finding a vein, etc. Carlton is still fidgeting slightly. Elliot notices but doesn't say anything. Plenty of people are nervous in medical situations, and Carlton has a lot of pride. Best not to point anything out.
All right, all set.
Moves in with the needle. Yeah, I should start that again. I'm taking that back.
All right, all set.
He moves in with the needle.
Now, if you could please hold still while I... Mr. Carlton?
Yeah?
You kicked me in the stomach.
Yeah. Sorry.
Through his moment of abdominal pain, Elliot has another look at Carlton. Is he sweating? It's all right, although I'm not sure I understand why you felt the need to. Mr. Carlton, do you have trypanophobia?
What? Hey, I'm not afraid of needles, even if they are invasive and creepy looking and weird. Got it?
Mr. Carlton, whatever feelings you may be experiencing right now are incredibly common and completely valid. You have no reason to feel ashamed.
Ashamed? Gee, thanks, kid.
No, that's not what I... Oh. How about this? You don't have to look at the needle. Then I can go in on the count of 3.
Oh, no. I know this game. Don't even think about it.
Pardon?
It's the oldest trick in the book. You say you're going to put the needle in on 3, and then you do it sooner, like some sneaky, no good...
And it's in.
What?
The needle. It's already in.
But you... How did you...
I knew that if I said the right thing, you would go into a tirade of some kind. Then all I had to do was take advantage of your distraction.
Why, you little son of a...
And I'm done. Elliot carefully stores the blood sample, disposes of the testing materials, and applies a band-aid to Carlton's arm. It has little smiley faces. It has little smiley faces on it. Elliot finds this amusing. Carlton does not. There. Now, was that so bad?
I'm resisting the urge to punch you right now.
And I thank you for your restraint. Have a nice day. The end.
Ray.
Okay, cool. So
That
Hey,
sure was
that was
funny
great.
and or scary.
David's
wasn't it?
so cool.
Wow.
Much wow.
We
Very
love him.
Well done.
skit.
what
I
a
liked the
wonderful
part
time we
with,
had.
I have a lot more questions now, but moving on.
Diogen can probably stop being frozen now.
For
Fully
those of
on
us
camera.
listening.
Yeah, fully just stayed stationary on camera for what felt like far too long. Okay, so I think it's time for tonight's main fic feature. Are y'all ready for heinous investigations in Beetle Who? Wookie. Let's do it. Let's go.
Beatles.
Saddle up, kids. This one's a doozy. It's the weekend just before Halloween. Liza makes breakfast in the empty kitchen, but not soon after, the peace and quiet is interrupted by the entrance of Elliot, who is looking worse for wear.
Morning. Demon hangover again?
Regrettably, yes. I am used to pre-Halloween escapades, but this year has been particularly irksome.
Well, you're in luck. Just finished up some brown sugar pumpkin oatmeal. I was hoping the whole team would be around to try it, but most of them ran out early to investigate a haunting at a haunted house. The Halloween kind, like an attraction, not the kind we usually deal with.
Haunted house.
Yeah, I know. Try wrapping your brain around that one.
Preferably not in my current state, thank you. I'm going to brew some tea.
Oh, sounds nice. Count me in?
Of course, Miss Liza. As Elliot prepares some green tea, Liza serves up 2 bowls of her oatmeal, sprinkling a little bit of pumpkin spice atop each, because yes, she is so that fall bitch.
Me too.
Same.
So, any idea what good old Silas could have been up to last night? I mean, if you don't mind me asking.
I fully just bonked my mic, sorry. No, it's quite all right.
Because I wouldn't want you to feel...
Oh, no, I could never, not with
I know it's a sore subject.
Oh, but the kettle whistles. Oh, I should...
Don't get up. I got it.
Liza goes and pours 2 cups of tea, setting one in front of Elliot as he continues speaking. I suppose I'm getting ahead of myself. The truth is, it's all something of a blur. I have an undeniable feeling that something wild transpired last night, but I'd be hard-pressed to know just what. Elliot takes a sip of his tea and immediately shudders as the alcoholic toxicity of the night before begins to leave his system. A perk of the ethereal/infernal metabolism. Oh yes, much better already. Thank you, Miss Liza.
No problem.
At this point, she notices something on the floor beside Elliot's chair.
Hey, what's that?
Elliot tries to react while having a mouthful of pumpkin spice oatmeal. Huh?
On the floor. I think it fell out of your pocket when you sat down.
She picks the object up off the floor and examines it.
It looks like a business card. Or maybe it was a business card once. It's kind of grody.
As if in response, the card sheds what looks like a thin layer of brown-green sludge. May I have a look at that?
Please, be my guest.
She hands the card to Elliot, who adjusts his glasses as he inspects the card. I will do the same. It doesn't have the usual hallmarks of a typical business card. In fact, it appears to be more of an instruction.
To do what?
It says, say it 3 times, followed by
what I can only assume is a name. Either that or an egregious misspelling of a well-known astronomical object.
Wait, there's more on the back. Maybe a job description?
Elliot flips the card over and reads,
What in the world is a bioexorcist?
Before either can answer this question, Frank enters, followed by Rachel and Benji. All three are wearing athletic clothes and bandanas in a sweatband style. Clearly, they are about to do something either extremely badass or extremely misguided, possibly both.
Good morning, friends. Only a few days left until Halloween, and I am feeling the spooky spirit. As are the world's greatest trick-or-treaters here.
You bet. Hi, Liza. Hi, Dr. Quaid.
You're probably wondering about the outfits.
It was on my list of questions, yes.
We're training to run the ultimate Hainsbury-wide trick-or-treat route.
You have attempted the gauntlet before, and even fewer have made it out alive. Although I have a feeling that last part is an exaggeration.
But either way, we're about to go down in Hainsbury Halloween history. And Frank said he'd chaperone to help us get there.
Heck yeah, wouldn't miss it.
He notices the food on the stove.
Ooh, is that seasonally appropriate oatmeal up for grabs? Got a carbo load before we get down to serious business, right, kiddos?
It's all yours.
It ate you.
It's all yours.
Like we're about to eat that oatmeal.
Yeah. I got heard yes.
I did. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love Zoom. The kids run over to the oatmeal while Frank notices the card in Elliot's hand.
Hey, little buddy, what you got there?
Oh, just the enigmatic remains of my most recent demonic episode. Although neither Miss Liza or myself can make any sense of it. Would you perhaps like to...
Yep, gimme!
Frank snatches the card out of Elliot's hand and looks it over.
Ominous message and everything, huh? Yep, definitely a chaotic plot starter. If ever I've seen one.
Rachel and Benji pause in the inhalation of their breakfast.
Really? Huh?
I'd like to run a full spectral analysis.
No need, little bro. I can tell you right now it's spectral, though maybe not in the way you're thinking. It's got a summoning ritual right on it.
Okay, now we gotta see.
At this point, Elliot yoinks the card away from Frank and out of the reach of Rachel and Benji.
Not so fast, children. I can say with utmost certainty that anyone or anything associated with my demonic persona is more than likely a non-savory character, and therefore would cause us nothing but trouble. I will be withholding this card until further notice, and that is final. Sorry to disappoint you.
Trouble? You mean like that?
Benji points out the kitchen window where the investigators can see what can only be described as an overzealous web of toilet paper covering the house.
What in the Halloween hijinks?
Liza runs to the window and peers through the increasing layers of TP to see Delia, Nate, and Cersei, the last of whom is clearly the one producing this strange holiday prank via summoning magic.
That's it, Cersei. Really make sure they can't turn a corner without seeing this stuff.
I'm so happy that this is how you're choosing to use my incredible otherworldly powers.
How do you like the redecorating job, investigators?
In response, Liza slams the door to the house open. The remaining investigators, Junior included, stand behind her.
You're vandalizing our property, Delia, and doing a pretty bad job at it, if I'm being honest.
Oh, darn, I was hoping I'd get to see Carlton's sour face at the door. Or at least, what's her name? Pryor. It looks like I've got the heinous second string up at bat today.
As much as I'd want to prove you wrong with that, we've got enough to worry about this time of year without picking petty fights. So why don't you call Cersei off and get out of here before this turns ugly?
Why don't you come over here and make me? Or should I wait for one of the real investigators to show up and do it for you?
Oh, you asked for it. Come on, guys.
Yes, ma'am. Come on, Elliot, buddy.
But doesn't this all seem a bit suspicious?
Nope.
Yeah. Frank drags Elliot along, and an enthusiastic Rachel and Benji obviously follow.
Finally, a real investigator battle.
And all it took was an absence of reasonable, confident authority figures.
Alexa storms down the front of the steps of the house, or front steps of the house.
Oh no! I totally wasn't expecting this to happen at all! Whatever will I do?
You.
Before Eliza can say another word, she slips on the last front step of the house, which she and the others had failed to see was covered in whipped cream.
Whoa.
Frank, Elliot, and the kiddos, due to the basic laws of momentum, are unable to stop themselves and slip as well, and respond accordingly. Yeah.
Yippee!
Sorry. Okay, that laugh was just me. Okay, all 5 investigators go careening down an entire pathway of whipped cream like something out of a family comedy, ending in a pit of jello that Delia and co clearly had already set for them.
That was perfect. Not exactly my usual brand of attempted malice toward you investigators, but let's be real. I'm all about a good Halloween prank. You should see your faces right now.
I don't need to see mine, because I'm pretty sure it's a happy one. That was awesome.
Yeah, let's do it again.
I can't believe we actually fell for that.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Miss Liza. It isn't as if any of us were subject to actual danger or injury.
Agreed, buddy. As far as Halloween pranks go, this wasn't bad at all.
Oh, the prank's not finished! Nate, release the ghost fish!
Okay, Dee. Sorry about this.
Nate whistles a signal, and a swarm of ghost fish emerges from the surrounding woods.
Apparently, their tastes have evolved beyond chocolate. Enjoy the free jello, you little chaos monsters!
The investigators scream in terror and book it back into the house as Delia laughs and fully revels in her stupid joke.
Hang on, I have to find it. Well, that was fun. Anybody for takeout in a slasher movie marathon? Could give some good inspiration.
That is the single greatest suggestion you've made since I met you. Shouldn't we clean this up, or at least take back the ghost fish?
Don't ruin the moment, Nate. It's their problem now.
Cut to one massive cleanup and recovery period later. The investigators are sitting in the drawing room of the house. Well, actually, Liza is feverishly pacing around it.
Of all the awful things Delia's ever done to us, why is it this one that's driving me crazy?
No idea. I mean, there wasn't even any real collateral damage. The ghost fish took care of the mess, and then we took care of them. Good thing I keep a ghost trap or two at my person at all times. Gonna need to make sure they get dropped off safe and sound, though. Who's for a scary sphere visit?
Thank you again.
Why? Me?
Yeah. Me. Yeah, okay. I heard
No,
that.
wait. We can't just let this go. Delia insulted us. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a bully. I say we counter prank those jerks.
Miss Liza, are you sure that this doesn't also have to do with your, slightly competitive nature?
What if it does, Elliot? I mean, it's Halloween. Wouldn't a tiny little prank war be a great way to embrace the holiday spirit?
Oh, when you put it that way, I'm all in. How about you, kids? You feel like some high octane mischief?
You had me at high octane.
I've been on board since Liza said counter prank.
Well, I suppose if it's all in good fun, even if there are subtle overtones of revenge.
All right, time to devise some ingenious pranks.
Cut to several counter prank suggestions later, because let's face it, this group could go at this for hours if Jesse let them. I'm talking about either us or the characters.
But if we put it on a blimp and then teleport...
All I need is a helmet and a catapult. I can take care of the catapult.
Okay, and we cut to Liza.
And we've gotten nowhere.
Are you kidding? I thought we had some real home runs in there. Like hacking into her computer and spamming her with videos of people giving uninformed opinions about popular culture. That's downright devious. I didn't even watch Barbie and I'm reviewing it.
Real.
I liked the idea about releasing swarms of ladybugs into her house. It'd be so cute. but also potentially destructive.
I still think we could have rigged something Home Alone style. I could make some real art with a microwave, a bucket of chocolate syrup, and some roller skates.
But it's still not enough. I want Delia to think twice before she messes with us again. I want to scare the pants off of her.
Even though she usually wears a skirt?
Exactly.
So good. Okay. But, Miss Liza, I don't believe that we're the right sort of people to deal in scaring the pants off of anyone.
I know we're not, but maybe we have an in with someone who is. Elliot, do you still have that business card?
Miss Liza, you can't be serious.
You know what they say, Elliot? Desperate times call for desperate measures.
But, Frank, surely you'll agree that this is a dangerous course of action.
True, but also, as evidenced several times at this point, danger is something that encourages rather than dissuades me from a given course of action. So, I say, what have we got to lose?
Thank you, Frank. And don't worry, Elliot. We'll make sure to be extra careful when dealing with the chaotic otherworldly entity. So can you summon them, please?
Elliot, ever Liza's bitch.
Damn!
Oh, well, since you said please, all right. He withdraws the card from his pocket and follows its instructions. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Suddenly the room goes dark. Lightning flashes from nowhere, thunder strikes. And then it all quickly disappears, leaving the room looking exactly how it was only seconds before. Is that all? I was certain all of that fuss would have indicated the arrival of some sort of malevolent spirit.
Hi there.
Yup, he's here! The legendary goats with the most. If you've seen the musical, film, animated series, Easter egg on that show, on the show Community, or just like, any merchandise from Hot Topic during the last 2 decades, I don't need to give you a description. If you don't know any of that, look that ish up. Or just know he's gross.
Oh, looks like someone triple said the B word. So, who can I thank for the new gig?
Liza immediately pushes Elliot behind her. Half as a protective move, half as a jerkish one.
It was my idea to call you, Beetle.
Hold it right there. No need to say the name again. Already here, babe.
Elliot sheepishly scooches back in front of Liza. If you please, I believe Miss Liza would prefer not to be called babe.
Well, would you look at that? Aren't you two a sweet couple?
Not a couple.
Sure, but crippling denial aside, you remind me of a couple of stiffs I had the displeasure of working with way back when. But who cares about them?
He pulls himself in uncomfortably close to Elliot, fiddling with the latter's bow tie.
You're cuter anyhow.
Hey, get off him.
She punches Beetlejuice in the face.
Ah!
Haven't you heard of a little something called consent?
Hey, excuse me, Mr. B-Man. Want to note that there are children present, so can we maybe get more of the mischievous, morbid prankster bit rather than the creepy, let's call it the P word? I'll let the audience decide which one I'm talking about. Oh, good, there's more of you. Listen, guy, while I dig the whole nutty professor vibe, I can't help but feel like you're a threat to me. So, I'm gonna need you to step aside while I deal with the chick and the dud over there.
Hey!
Is it just me, or is this guy kind of mean?
I know, right? Who would have guessed that the ghostly presence with the word exorcist in their job title would be a bad dude?
You're right, kids. Beetle... Juice? I thought you could have been some kind of secret weapon to get back at our enemies for a dumb prank. But if all you're gonna do while you're here is insult us, then you could just get out of here. I should have known better than to call on you. Elliot, you were right. Please don't say I told you so.
I believe that particular inclination is far surpassed by my will to live.
Hold up. Elliot, huh? I recognize you from behind the 4 eyes and the I thought I recognized you behind the 4 eyes and the sweater vest. Boy, We had some good times last night, huh?
I implore you not to elaborate on that.
You got it. I mean, it's not every day you meet a demon who knows how to party, and has an intelligent, sophisticated side.
I'm not really as good as all that.
Oh, sure you are. Since you obviously have the good sense to tell your girl here not to banish me back to the netherworld.
Elliot, he's trying to use you so he doesn't have to leave. And I'm nobody's girl.
And I'm not that easily manipulated.
Frank.
Okay. So you don't like a kiss ass. How do you feel about groveling?
BJ pulls a violin out of thin air and starts playing a sad accompaniment to his melodrama.
Oh, please, give me a chance to prank it. Who are you after again?
Delia?
Yeah, please, oh, please. Let me have a shot at her. And whoever else may have wronged you on this particular occasion, if not for me.
He darts over to Rachel and Benji, sweeping his arm toward them in a grandiose gesture.
Do it for the children.
Actually, I'd be okay to send him back. He stinks.
Literally. P.U.
Wow,
Yeah.
Adults must really love you two, huh?
Get away from them. That's it. You're gone. As soon as I figure out how to get rid of you.
But I thought you wanted to beat them at their own game.
Liza pauses.
Game?
Yeah. You called me here for some truly terrifying payback on the saps who dared to mess with you. But if you have no desire to win at this prank war, I guess it's only right to send me off.
Win?
Oh no.
No.
Miss Liza?
Wait.
Okay, BJ. What have you got?
I thought you'd never ask.
Cut to early evening, when autumn days reach peak spooky levels. Delia, followed by Nate and Cersei, strides confidently up to the Henriksen house, which, in its grandness, casts a shadow over the trio.
Are you sure that it was a good idea to come back here? It's starting to turn dark out.
Owl screeches nearby, startling him.
How could we not, Nate? You saw the note they left on our door. Dear Delia and Company, please come by our house at sundown so that we can counter prank you. Best regards, heinous investigations. What a joke! I can't wait to see how bad they screw this up.
They walk up to the massive front door.
Since you're so confident, I encourage you to go in first. Should be entertaining no matter what.
A good villain never enters enemy territory first. They have the lackeys go for them. Nate, open the door.
No way! You're the one who wanted to come here. You open it.
Delia rolls her eyes.
Ugh, fine. You weaklings can hide behind me like a couple of wimps. Clearly, I'm the only one fearless enough to handle a big spooky house.
She confidently slams the door open. The foyer is almost completely dark, with only a few dimly lit candles to make out the faintest shapes of objects. Delia strides in, with her two compatriots close behind.
More like the only one stupid enough.
I heard that, Cersei. And you've already said that 9 other times today. Get a new line, would you?
Suddenly, the door slams behind them, and a gust of wind snuffs out the candles, leaving the room pitch black.
I reiterate, this was a bad idea. I want to go home.
Shut up, Nate. Come on, investigators. Is this seriously the best you could do?
Well, since you asked.
Who said that? Give it 5 seconds, and you'll probably find out.
Thunder rumbles through the darkness. Yes, indoors. Indoor thunder.
It's showtime.
Beetlejuice appears and opens a gaping hole in the foyer floor, which leads into a pit of writhing ghostly snakes. Delia and Nate start to fall in.
Oh, crap!
Sorry, but they are magically grabbed and levitated out in the nick of time by Cersei.
Don't say I never did anything for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you!
Sure, whatever.
Oh, man! Talk about a ruined moment. Ah, well, there's more where that came from. That's what your enemies get for calling in a professional.
Oh, Ooh, so those investigators couldn't even be bothered to pull off their own revenge scheme? Talk about poor execution, especially when we have Cersei to watch our backs.
Oh, right. Her.
He gives a cheeky nod towards Cersei.
Big fan, by the way.
Get lost.
I've got a better idea. Why don't you get lost?
And at that moment, an extra long pinstripe lasso catches Cersei around the ankle.
Crap.
She gets dragged off in one direction, while Nate and Delia are lassoed and dragged off in two others. Yeah. Beetlejuice gleefully rubs his hands together.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna be good.
He skedaddles after his intended victims, while Liza, Frank, and Elliot peer down from the second floor.
Payback. Sweet payback. Let's see who the losers are now.
Why do I have the sinking feeling that it's us?
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for some good spooky chaos, but I get the feeling that the lines between dark comedy and straight-up horror are about to get real blurred here.
Oh, cool. Like a PG-13 movie.
Or Congress.
Sorry.
You know, the government.
Leave it to Benji for the political humor.
That one, honestly, I wrote that before the events of the last few hours, so that really hits.
So funny.
It's aged so well.
What happened in the last few hours?
Oh, nobody tell them.
Nobody tell him.
Nobody tell them.
Tell them.
Does
Nobody
he
tell
know?
them. Okay. Nobody tell them. Okay.
The government is gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
It
We're
deleted
ruled by
itself.
a 17 rats in a Sears jean jacket.
Oh, so everything's fine.
Okay, good. Anyway.
You looked it up. You looked it up.
Me Googling the government and then hitting the news tab.
Anyway.
You know, like the government shutdown.
Okay.
Again.
Here we go. So Elliot, so Rachel and Benji just showed up. Elliot, what? How long have you two been here? This could be extremely dangerous. You children need to stay far away from here, out of harm's way.
We never get to see the really scary stuff.
Yeah, wait. But I'm not sure that if I'd want to see it.
Right idea, bro. Now follow that instinct to where it's safe. If you're good, maybe we'll let you exercise the bioexorcist later?
Rachel and Benji run off, presumably to safety.
You know, you're both taking the fun out of this prank war. So we invoked a slightly off-kilter, barely intrusive trickster ghost to get the upper hand. What's the worst that could happen?
Elliot and Frank peer at each other nervously.
So we're in agreement that murder is on the table.
Absolutely. Shall we go save our enemies then?
You bet, buddy. Let's do it.
The two science buds book it in opposite directions, with Frank calling back as he runs.
That means you too, Liza. Have some decency.
Cue Liza, yeah, exactly. Cue Liza looking a little guilty. Can you sigh again? Bet you're wondering what became of Delia, Nate, and Cersei right about now. Let's find out. Cersei is dragged out into the garden where she falls into a conveniently placed ditch. She becomes stuck in a green-brown mix of mud, mysterious sludge, and who knows what else.
Ugh, gross.
She peers upward and calls out.
So let me guess, you're gonna bury me alive? You should know that it won't kill me if that's what you're going for.
I know. But it'll still be a bitch for you to dig your way out. See ya!
He moves away as an avalanche of dirt begins to flood the ditch.
Well, this sucks.
The sound of rapidly accumulating dirt is suddenly overshadowed by something decidedly mechanical as Frank appears wearing something that can be best described as a bulky backpack with the arm you'd normally see on a backhoe sticking out of it.
Never fear, science is here! And Carlton said the portable excavator was a dumb idea. Hold on, Cersei!
Don't know what else I'd do.
Meanwhile, Nate ends up thrown into the eerily dark and quiet kitchen, at least until he lands headfirst into the wall.
Okay, that hurt.
He manages to steady himself and take in the spooky surroundings.
Hello? Creepy, grungy-looking ghost person? Any chance the investigators called you off now?
Nate is hit with a blinding it meant to be blinding, not blinking. Blinding spotlight as Beetlejuice appears again.
All right, ladies, gentlemen, and all rad beings in between and beyond. Hope you're ready for our next act.
Beetlejuice summons and levitates every big, sharp utensil that could possibly exist in the kitchen, pointing them all directly at a petrified Nate.
Time to knock 'em dead. Jeez, I've got to get somebody better than a part-time content creator running on 4 hours of sleep to write my material.
Oh,
Ugh.
goodness.
Self-deprecation, baby. He releases the pointies at Nate, but Elliot happens to run in at just the right moment. Look out! He pushes Nate out of the way as the various pointy objects stick into the wall behind them in that way that always looks really satisfying in movies.
Ah, crap! Can't a guy pull off a prank turn murder attempt in peace? Good thing I've still got one more.
He disappears, and Elliot and Nate recover.
You saved me.
I suppose I did. In a rare moment of physical prowess that I will likely never experience again.
Well, thanks all the same. I really thought I was going to be skewered there for a minute.
Nate goes to wipe sweat from his forehead in relief when he notices that a knife did in fact go through his hand.
Oh, I guess I was.
I suppose that you'd like me to heal that then. And I think this is where we are going to take a little commercial break.
Commercial break, yes.
Oh yeah.
We'll be right back
Whatever
after these
products or
commercials.
services are advertised.
Bye bye. And we back. Oh, right. Thanks, Zoom lady. Now we back. All right. So, where did we leave off? Oh, yeah. While Nate faints, we cut to Delia, who is currently hanging by her rope snare from a peak on the roof.
Really, investigators? You call this a prank? I thought I was supposed to be scared.
A powerful rumbling causes Delia to shake as the ground below splits open and a giant Beetlejuice shark emerges, ready to tear her to pieces.
Okay, good one. Help!
Cue Liza, running onto the roof in a moment of badass acrobatics, grabbing onto the rope and swinging herself and Delia into a midair flip before landing safely on a balcony.
You're welcome. Yep. Be quit it.
Seriously? You were all into the Delia eating shark bit when I pitched it earlier. You know, because of the callback to that one time she almost killed you with a shark.
Yeah, almost. Now get back inside. I'm calling this off.
Back inside, Delia, Nate, and Cersei are face-to-face with Liza, Elliot, and Frank.
And, sorry again for,
Nearly murdering you?
Yes, thank you, Frank. Look, no win is worth this. Truce?
Hell no! You just threw away any and all moral restrictions out the window. The possibilities for counter pranks just became endless. You better be on your guard because I'll...
And Liza missed her into unconsciousness.
Well, I tried. See you guys next time you try to destroy us in Hainsbury.
Yep. Happy Hallows Eve. Let's go, Nate. Oh, thank you.
Yep. Cersei picks up Delia and carries her away while Nate books it away from the house like only the truly terrified can.
Man, I'm gonna miss those three. I'd barely even started to scare the shit out of them.
Oh yeah, we still have to deal with you. I'll admit again that I went too far by working with the likes of you. You were only supposed to scare them, not kill them.
I don't know. Seems like I was doing you a favor.
Why am I even still arguing with you? Just tell me how to send you back from whence you came. And I'll be leaving a scathing review.
Ooh, I'm so scared.
You should be, because if you don't start doing what I say, you'll have to deal with some of this.
She missed him, but nothing happened.
Your powers don't work on me, babe. I'm dead.
Ugh.
Well, her powers may not work, but mine do. Elliot goes full demon mode and slams Beetlejuice up against the nearest wall. If Maria were here, she'd definitely say something about good omens or our flag means death right now, but Jess can't go down that rabbit hole.
You're right. You're right.
Yep. And don't think for a second I won't enjoy it.
Hey, there's the other guy. I was wondering when you'd show up. Me too. This is a Halloween special after all. Now you've got to be on my side with this one.
Maybe with literally anyone else, but not you.
But we had a great time at the No Holds Bar last night. I thought we were friends, pals, compadres.
Right, until you ran off and left me to settle your tab.
But you said that you do that all the time.
Yeah, but that's different, because I'm the one doing it. And I've got no friends, just very forgiving enemies. In fact, the only reason I held on to your stupid business card was because I thought I could use it to blackmail you.
Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Looks like you're out of options, Mr. Bioexorcist. Now, you can tell me how to banish you back to the netherworld, or I can have Sai kick your ass all the way back there.
Choice is yours.
He didn't deny it. He didn't deny it. He said she'll tell me what to do and I'll do it.
But when things, when can things ever resolve this quickly for heinous investigations? A nearby closet door creaks open and Rachel and Benji tumble out.
Hi?
And this is why I suggested we use drones for spying.
This is way more gritty and cool, Benji.
Hey, I thought we told you to stay away from here, which means we gave you the perfect incentive to not do that. Curse you, basic child psychology. And hello, leverage.
Beetlejuice squirms out of Sai's hold and slithers over to Rachel and Benji, who he grabs by the shoulders.
Hey, back off!
Not on your life, kid, which coincidentally I now get to use as collateral.
He books it toward the front door, kid still in hand.
See ya, suckers!
He dashes out the door with the kids.
Help!
Liza tries to run after them, but she can't keep up. She yells after Beetlejuice.
Really? You're that desperate to save your own hide that you'd resort to kidnapping?
Damn it, that is exactly what I would have done. Ugh, I hate that guy.
All right, enough messing around. Time to handle this heinous investigation style. Frank, get the ghost hunting stuff.
Frank, who had actually bolted from the room at a cartoonishly impossible speed the second that Benji called for help, is already back holding an armful of equipment.
Way ahead of you! Let's bust this joker! As soon as we figure out where he is.
I've got a pretty good idea. The trio rushes straight into the scary sphere and into the no holds bar, where brawls, drinking contests, and other manner of pre-winter madness runs rampant among the patrons. Sai tries to get their attention. All right, where's that beetle jackass? Somebody better start talking. Oh, I'm talking to you. Shut up and listen, you.
Tell us now!
The entire bar brawl immediately pauses, and all of the terrified clientele point in the direction of upstairs.
Sorry,
I didn't know.
He's up there. Please, no, not again.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
They rush up the stairs to the second floor of the tavern. They hear a ruckus behind a door at the end of the hallway.
That must be where he's holding them.
Frank sprints toward the door and gets to it first.
Don't worry, kids. We'll save you from whatever twisted horrors you've been exposed to.
He kicks the door open in traditional investigator fashion to find Rachel and Benji completely fine. Actually, they're having a tea party.
More hot apple cider, Benji?
Don't mind if I do. Thank you.
All right, what exactly am I looking at here?
You two aren't in terrible danger?
Where's Beetlejuice?
Oh, he's over there, dangling over the giant sandworm pit.
Rachel points over to, exactly what she just described, with multiple of those giant, peak Tim Burton, stripy sandworm things trying to get a bite out of Beetlejuice.
Oh! About time you showed up! If the offer still stands, I'm begging you to get me out of here. Like, I get that I'm a creepy guy, but that girl is a nightmare!
What did you do to him?
I just used my powers a little.
And in the process, probably plunged into the depths of things no being, living or non, was ever meant to know. But it convinced Beetlejuice to want to get as far away from heinous investigations as possible.
He even told us how to get rid of him, but we wanted to wait for you guys to show up first. We thought Miss Liza would want to do the honors.
Aw, thanks. So, Beetlejuice, what do I have to do?
Beetlejuice is still very much trying not to get shredded by the worms.
All you've got to do is say my name 3 times again, so hurry up! I've already fed the word once, and I'm not looking for a do-over!
That's it! We could have sent you back this whole time!
Yeah, you really think he would have considered that as an option? We would have
As per
considered that
usual,
even
there are a
better.
lot of things you'd think we would have considered, but especially me. I've probably apologized enough already, but...
Enough with the sentimental bullshit! Just send me back already!
Okay, geez. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Release!
All the same theatrics as before, and then everything is quiet, and Beetlejuice is nowhere to be seen.
I'm glad that's over.
Me too. Not what I would have expected from our first crossover, but it was a doozy. Hopefully this isn't canon.
Does this mean we can get back to our trick-or-treating? Trick-or-treat training?
No, Naomi, no!
Wait, what? I missed it. Wait, what?
I'm sorry, I put it in the chat because I didn't want to derail things, but
No!
It's too late.
It's too
already
late.
done.
The chat is no good, guys. The chat is never good. Never be us. Never be our chat. Okay. Want to take it? Rachel says what?
Or all of the future.
Does this mean we can get back to our trick-or-treat training?
I'm sorry. Stop laughing, you're making me laugh.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Fuck. I'm sorry. Yes, although I think we've done enough tricks for today. Maybe we just focus on the treat part this time?
Staying up well past your bedtime for the sake of treats? I love you kids. If we get back to the house quick enough, I can find where Marty stashed the good stuff.
Investigators start to make their way toward the exit from the No Holds Bar.
I'm gonna make a bold claim here and say that of all the summonings we've dealt with so far, this one's the worst.
Yeah, well, you can't win them all.
No, I guess not.
And you know, as much as I hated the guy, at least he kept things interesting. Don't mind me as I escape the inevitable boredom.
A moment of minor spooky shit later, and Elliot's back to his usual self.
I could really use a good night's rest after all this.
As Elliot continues to walk, Rachel notices something.
Hey, Dr. Quaid, I think you dropped something.
Actually, I think it fell out of his pocket.
But didn't we just...
Your other pocket, Elliot.
Oh,
He picks up the fallen object from the floor and looks it over.
it's another card, only this time for a Bloody Mary. Miss Rachel?
No problem.
Rachel takes the card, a little magical chime is heard, and the card immediately explodes with a little poof. Followed by a simultaneous 5-way sigh of relief. The end.
Do 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 do.
Happy Halloween, y'all.
Happy Halloween.
So I hope you enjoyed that little absolutely bonkers crossover that I threw together. I, as said before, was extremely sleep deprived when I wrote it, so
I loved it.
great.
10 out of 10 would recommend.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Double it and give it to the next person.
Thank you.
20 out of 10 would read again. Double and give it to the next person.
Read it again.
Dribble.
All right, from the top,
Yeah.
everyone. Let's go.
Again, okay.
But we
Here we
all
go.
rotate characters once clockwise.
Yeah.
By whose screen?
Yeah, wait.
Jess's.
By
Okay.
mine. Well,
You're in charge. You
We
did
only-
this.
we
You
only
did
got
this.
It's your fault.
I did
this.
you say I did this, and I'm thinking, oh, I did this tonight, but I did all this. I've done the last
Yeah.
3 years of this.
You are the
Yeah, you
reason
did.
why we are all in the Zoom call currently.
Yes.
Dear
Yep.
Lord.
True
what have I
facts.
done?
100%.
The progenitor, the
done?
alpha and the omega.
I am the one.
I have so
who-
many things I could
both
say right now.
benefactor and
Yeah,
angel
say 'em.
in the show.
No, I don't think I will. No, I don't think I will.
Yeah,
No,
but
I don't think I will.
yeah, I
I'll
will
type them in the chat though.
Cool.
Oh no. Okay, we gotta get out of here quick. I just want to say, just to tie up the full circle end earlier. Yeah, we always I think it actually might be one of the earlier Wildly Abandons. We always joke that Frank's voice started out as, I still remember it to this day, Dio. You described it as Todd Habercorn does Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I was way into Beetlejuice the musical at the time, and so
God have it.
that was my thing. That was my voice print for Frank.
And now we
Understandable
have
thing.
and now we have the Frank that we all know and love today.
Yeah. So Jess said Beetlejuice crossover, and I was like, please.
Allow me this.
Full
Say
circle.
less. I'm here
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you again for
Yippee!
listening, guys. Another Halloween FicFest officially concluded.
Happy Halloween. Remember to call your mummy.
Hey!
And the call.